Okay, welcome back. I want to update you on our game last week against Thomas More. Thomas More came into our game last week ranked number 6th in the country in Division III football. They had not lost a game in 3.5 years. We lost the game 20-17. We had the ball in the last possession of the game. We had started the drive on our own 32-yard line. We had no timeouts left. We had to use our timeouts in the previous defensive series in order to make sure we had enough time to go down the field once we got the ball, and we simply ran out of time. We drove the ball all the way down to their 32-yard line and had the ball in our possession, and we ran an illegal shift the last play of the game, a little bit of confusion, and time ran on us. But we made a great effort against a really good team. One of the reasons that Thomas More is a really good team is they don't beat themselves. Right now they're plus 10 in the turnover margin, and again that played true in our ball game. They threw one interception. David Ribeiro intercepted the ball, and that's the first interception they had thrown all year. So that's what makes Thomas More a very good team. On the defensive side, our defense really played pretty well. They held Thomas More to their lowest yardage of the year. They held them to their lowest point total of the year. We only gave up 20 points. Thomas More came into this game averaging 41 points a ball game. And one of the scoring drives that Thomas More had was only a 16-yard drive. We had fumbled the ball on the first play of an offensive series. And you can't give a team like that the ball on a 16-yard line. In fact, you can't give any team the ball on a 16-yard line and expect to have success. Armando Fortunato and Anthony Johnson had another great day. Both of them had 10 tackles. And as I mentioned, David Ribeiro intercepted the first pass interception of the year for Thomas More. And our guys really did play well. There were 2 big running plays. Other than that, our defense played exceptionally well. On the special teams, I think we did a very good job of containing some very good return guys. They had 2 touchdowns run back for punts, or 2 punts run back for touchdowns earlier in the year. And our emphasis was on good coverage and trying to prevent those guys from getting started. And along with that, Michael Kale had his best punting day of the year. He averaged 40 yards a punt. Morgan Porter had a key field goal early in the game against a really stiff wind, and that opened up the scoring for us. And again, on the special teams, we blocked another extra point. I think that's maybe the 3rd time we've blocked an extra point this year. And we partially blocked a punt, critical in the game at the time during the game. So our special teams really did a pretty good job against Thomas More. On offense, it really wasn't our best day. We had 2 fumbles and 2 interceptions. And again, I repeat, you just can't expect to win a ball game against the number 6 team in the country, let alone if you don't fumble the ball, they're hard to beat. But we gave them 4 turnovers that were very critical in the ball game. We didn't run the ball as well as we expected. We thought we could run the ball better, and we didn't. Our execution on the run game wasn't quite where it needs to be. Aaron Smetanka had another very good day. He threw for 267 yards. Again, 2 interceptions, and I think he would like to have both of those back if he could. Carl June, our junior receiver, had probably his best day. He made a very critical catch on a 4th down in the drive that we were going down the last drive of the game. So Carl probably had his best day of the year so far. In summary, we had more first downs, we had more total yards, we had the time of possession advantage. We were better on 3rd down conversions. But games always come down to, if you take this stats in games and what influences games the most, it's turnovers. And we had 4 critical turnovers. So all in all, it was a good effort. Our kids played really well after coming off a big win against W&J the previous week. I was happy with their effort. I just wasn't happy with the results, and neither were they. This week we go up to play Grove City. we need to rebound from last week's disappointing loss. Grove City's struggling a little bit. They have not won a ball game this year. But our kids have to take the approach that that doesn't make a difference. We have to make sure that we have the same preparation, the same championship-type preparation we had against W&J and against Thomas More. And I'm sure that our guys want to take out some of their frustration from losing a game that we were in and thought we had a very good chance to win last week. And we still have a great opportunity to have a very good season. It has to start this week against Grove City. 4 victories in a season would be the most since 1960. I mean, that's a small thing to have right now because our goal is the PAC championship, but it is significant progress. So all in all, we're a 3-3 ball club. We've lost 3 games, each one of them by a field goal, and I think we've turned a corner in our program. We just got to do what every other good team has to do, avoid turnovers, and we'll have success on the scoreboard at the end of the game. Thanks again, and we'll see you next week.